For our next CFAX Santa's Anonymous Supporter Spotlight, I want to introduce my guest with Proline Management here in Victoria. The president, Andy Spurling, is joining us. Hello, Andy.
Hey, Ryan. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for doing this. This series of spotlights we've been doing on the wonderful people and businesses out there in the community that help make CFAX Santa's Anonymous work. We couldn't do it without you. We want to meet some of the people and learn about them. So let's learn about you. First off, tell me a bit about Proline. What do you guys do, and tell me a bit about yourself.
Perfect. Yeah, we're a family business operating out of 4 offices on Vancouver Island. We look after residential properties almost entirely, apartment buildings, single-family homes, as well as strata communities. And we've got about 65 people working out of 4 offices all the way from Courtenay down through Nanaimo and then West Shore and Victoria. So we got a big family ourselves. We part of what we do, of course, is look after people's homes. So we are deeply embedded in their homes and their communities. And we're deeply embedded in our own community and our own communities. And so we have long been involved at the community level as a company, and the fit with Santa's Anonymous from the start has just always felt really perfect. Again, an organization like yours that's so deeply embedded in our community and people's homes, in helping them through challenging times, was just a perfect fit for us, and it's been a wonderful relationship.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. You're in a business that is really, on the ground in the community, working with people really closely, which is exactly what CFAX Santa's Anonymous does as well, with families and children. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been a great relationship, and it's been one that is just of huge value and importance to our team. And it's been really neat over the last number of years, just watching how it's taken off. It's like this neat little web that's formed where it started with kind of classic, just corporate giving, and then evolved into sponsoring what was at that time the Royal Victoria Marathon, sort of as part of the charity approach. And now we've got all kinds of things. In the last year, Chris still did Al's 21 for 21 last year. We've been doing that now for a number of years. And then we had even just a sort of team-inspired event at the end of the season where team members just got together and raised money to sponsor. The goal was to sponsor 1 family through the holiday season, and raised enough money to sponsor 2. And then we have people always, taking phone calls at the Miracle on Broad, working the malls. And it's nice. The whole team kind of gives their time, their energy, their support to this fantastic organization.
It's the whole Proline management team really is part of this. It's great.
Yeah, no, it's more than just writing a check. Writing a check is an important part of some of it, but involving everybody and engaging everybody is time, energy, effort. It's really, really cool to see.
You mentioned Al's 21 for 21, and of course, we're gearing up for that. Next month, Al Farabee will be running the half marathon just by himself because it's still COVID times, but he's going to be doing it again solo, but he's still going to run that half marathon, trying to raise $21 for every asking people to donate $1 for every kilometer he's going to run. So $21 donations is what he's asking for. Stay tuned for that. It's coming up, and we'll do the big pledge drive for it. But you yourself, Andy Spurling, you are a big part of this particular event because you run it yourself, don't you?
I do, yeah. Starting from the first time we signed up to help, when I had no business agreeing to, I committed to run the half marathon and a few of us in the office did. And it killed us.
Yeah.
But it was a great start. It was my first time on the radio, I think, was that year as well. And I knew so little about running. I actually didn't know how long a half marathon was because I thought Al was going to be running 21.6 kilometers. So we donated a little more than I guess I should have in the time, but it worked out well. And from then I actually became a runner, and it's something that I enjoy and do. And so it's been fantastic to be out there every year with Al. Last year was the first year that we couldn't be, but we did our own running challenge, 3 of us from the office to sort of, be there in spirit with Al. I had my shirt on, but we were out in the forest instead of on the streets, which is where I'm more naturally at home as a runner. And so I was really happy to hear that Al's going to be going out there again this year. And I was trying to think of, Christine had reached out to say, is this something you guys would be happy to participate in? And there'll be all kinds of different people from our teams doing different things. But the idea that I had to run in solidarity with Al that day is I live on the backside of Mount Finlayson, and I love to climb that mountain. So I figured out how many times would I have to do that to hit 21 kilometers. And so I'm going to do four loops of Mount Finlayson. So I'll get to see the summit a bunch of times while Al's out doing his 21 kilometers.
And you're going to run that?
There'll be lots of hiking.
Okay, I was going to say, like, if you could run up that mountain over and over again, that is wow. But okay,
yeah, no, I run down the back and I run down the road to get to the front again.
Okay,
and I get up as quick as I can. So it'll be in nice little 4 hours of really hard movement. So.
Huh. Well, that's just a wonderful way to participate and take part in Al's 21 for 21 coming up next month. We're gearing up for that. And it's just another example of why we've got you as our supporter spotlight. We're talking about the Proline Management Group, a family-owned and operated local businesses doing property management. Their president, Andy Spurling, is our guest. We're talking about the ways they help, talking about what they do, and talking about the fact that Andy himself will be out there running for this up and down Mount Finlayson. And I just want to give a shout out to your dad, of course, Eric Spurling, who's a CFAX Santa's Anonymous board member. He's been a great help as well. So your whole family, just thank you.
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure, and the thanks should all be going to Santa's Anonymous for everything that you guys do, from board members to you guys at CFAX and to Christine and the whole team. It's really an absolute pleasure to be involved in any way we can. So really appreciate what you guys are doing for the community.
Andy Spurling, thank you, and good luck with the run.
Thanks very much, Ryan.